Hi there guys, welcome to another edition of Wolfi's Tour Roundup with myself Josh, and we're joined back again, G. Thanks very much.
Yeah. Hi sports fans.
So yesterday we saw action-packed stage in terms of certainly the last few kilometres, quite a few crashes, brilliant finish on the motor racing circuit, and fortunately, just like Philipsen, he's 2 for 2 in terms of sprints, but I've got 2 predictions correct, him both times. So yeah, yesterday he was the winner. And what a great finish it was. And yeah, what did you think of yesterday's stage, Stu?
Yeah, I mean, it was an exciting finale. I'm really surprised that there was so much carnage in the last few kilometres. Just a motor racing circuit to really sterile environment for a sprint. You'd have thought that the pros could ride in a straight line.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Van der Poel being given a penalty for irregular sprinting behaviour, I think it shows that they're getting a bit spicy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And what impressed you? Did anyone impress you other than Matteo Van der Poel's epic, though illegal, lead out for Philipsen?
Yes, yeah. I mean, I think it's time to talk about Caleb Ewan. I think his first result was could have been a fluke, but given the tours he's had in recent years, this is definitely a step up. You know, twice being in that front line, that front row of riders. He's come good, I think, at the right time for a change, which, you know, it's new for him. He's had some disappointing tours recently. Yeah,
he has, unfortunately. And yet, what about Cav and searching for that elusive 36 stage win?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like he's sprinting like he was before. He seems to be spending a lot of time looking backwards. He's trying to consolidate for that one win. Like, he even said yesterday that if he'd have launched earlier into the headwind, he maybe wouldn't have won, but he would have got a better result. So the fact that he didn't means he's just interested in that one result, not a good result.
Yeah, fair enough. And then a quick mention, obviously, to Lee's prediction. Unfortunately, that was wrong. He guessed Wout van Aert, but nowhere to be seen. Probably, well, you know.
At least he couldn't complain this time, though. His team were there in numbers at the finish. They were one of the best teams in the finale.
Yeah, and also not only that, he didn't have the door closed on him. So you can't complain about that either. So moving on to today's stage, very different to the past couple of days. We've actually got some, first proper mountain in the middle, horse category climb, followed by a third cat, and then topping out with about 20 kilometres to go, first cat climb, which also offers some bonus points, for the first 3 places for those over the top of the mountain. So, G, what do you think is going to happen on today's stage?
It's going to be a breakaway, and I think we know who's going to be in it again. It's going to be Nilsen Paulus.
Yeah.
And I think now the time gaps are big enough that we can see some pure climbers up the road. So, I mean, we would love to see Fred Wright up there.
Yeah.
And there are a few other climbers, like we mentioned, Movistar now without a leader.
Yeah.
They could send someone up the road.
Yeah.
Maybe get some publicity for the team. Coming into that third category climb, I think that's where the breakaway is going to start being pulled back.
Okay.
Those bonus seconds are going to be very attractive for a small group of GC contenders and their teammates. So
yeah.
I think we're going to see UAE light it up. The Yates brothers are going to be marking each other.
Okay.
It's going to come down to the breakaway being caught on the final climb on the Col de la Mary Blanc.
Yeah.
And then that run to the finish is going to be a real battle of attrition between maybe 20 or 30 leaders.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So for me, I'm caught in 2 minds. I either think that, so then in some ways it's going to be a replication of the first 2 days, where we saw a breakaway get caught right towards the finish with about 20k to go, so on that final climb, and then for a whittled GC group to contend for the victory amongst themselves. But also, I think if they don't time it correctly, and then if we get to that third category climb that comes about 2/3 into the stage, and the break still has 5 or more minutes, then I can see the break surviving all the way.
Yeah, they might start to believe at that point.
That's it, exactly. So on that basis, that you're gone for almost a replica of what the first 2 days were, okay, in terms of the finishes that we saw. I'm going to go that the breakaway is going to survive all the way. And yeah, it should make for some exciting racing, that there's such a realm of possibilities. I agree with you that Paulus is going to get in the break. Whether he survives for the win, I don't know. I'm unsure about that. But just for laughs, just because of what I predicted for the first 2 stages, and well, he's going to have to pull something out of the bag, I think. I'm going to go for Alaphilippe to get into the break, do something
again,
yeah, and then hopefully, you know, win the stage. You know, because for Quick Step they don't have an overall contender. They've missed out on the past couple of days with Jakobsen, their pure sprinter, as well as the fact that they haven't been able to set up Alaphilippe for the first 2 stages that were in the Basque Country that were more to his liking. So to come with an expensive assembled squad like they have, with a lot of good riders, you know, they're going to need to produce something. It's 5 days into the tour now, and they're going to need to show themselves, especially for all the work that people like Tim de Klerk has done on the front to try and set stuff up, where they haven't got any sort of result. You know, their team manager, Patrick Lefebvre, he's going to be demanding.
He's going to be angry if they don't come away with something soon. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think Alaphilippe into the break with Paulus and a few others, and then Paulus to hoover up the KOM points and keep the KOM jersey, and then for Alaphilippe to win the stage.
Cool. I'm going to go with breakaway getting caught. I'm going to go Simon Yates to win the sprint against his brother and Pogacar, but with no significant time gap. They're going to be marked too closely. Brilliant.
Well, it looks like it's going to be another exciting day of racing, and really the racing is going to begin halfway through the stage. So a good 80 kilometres, good 2 hours or so of racing, you know, where it's just going to be all action. So yeah.
Looking forward to it. As
Absolutely.
ever, come and see us at Shakeside Road and at the service course for our fan zones. The tour will be on all day.
Fantastic. Until next time, guys. See ya.